Here is my shortcut to finding the coordinates in a unit circle. Let's start with quadrant 1. For the coordinates, just write 1, 2, 3 from top to bottom for the x value of the coordinate, and 1, 2, 3 from bottom to top for the y value. Then divide each number by 2. Take the square root of the numerator, and since the square root of 1 equals 1, you can just erase that over the 1's. Do the same exact thing in the second quadrant, writing 1, 2, 3 from top to bottom for the x value, and 1, 2, 3 from bottom to top for the y value. Divide each number by 2 and take the square root of the numerator. For quadrant 3, you're going to reverse this, writing 1, 2, 3 from top to bottom for the y value, and 1, 2, 3 from bottom to top for the x value. Divide each number by 2, like always, and take the square root of the numerator. For quadrant 4, you are going to do the same thing that you did in quadrant 3, writing 1, 2, 3 from top to bottom for the y value, and 1, 2, 3 from bottom to top for the x value. Divide each number by 2 and take the square root of the numerator. Time for the easier coordinates. Since you know that the radius of a unit circle is 1, the remaining coordinates will be 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, and 0, negative 1. Remember, the x values in quadrant 1 are positive and the y values are also positive. In quadrant 2, the x values are negative and the y values are positive. In quadrant 3, both are negative, and in quadrant 4, the x value is positive and the y value is negative. Using this information, add the signs to your coordinates.
Degrees are really easy to remember. Just follow the pattern. Plus 30 degrees, plus 15 degrees, plus 15 degrees, plus 30 degrees. So, 90 plus 30 degrees is 120 degrees. 120 degrees plus 15 degrees is 135 degrees. 135 plus 15 is 150, and 150 plus 30 is 180. This pattern repeats all around the unit circle. You just have to remember plus 30, plus 15, plus 15, plus 30. This allows us to not have to remember the number 315 per se, but just remember the correlation between 300 and 315, which is 15.
For radians, it isn't as hard as it seems. All you have to do is follow the simple pattern. You only need to remember 3 denominators, 6, 4, and 3. The angle with the denominator of 6 will always be closest to the x-axis. The angle with the denominator of 3 will always be closest to the y-axis, and the angle with the denominator of 4 will always be in between the two. Time for the numerators. Pi will be a part of every numerator, but the coefficient changes. Let's start in the first quadrant. Pi, pi, and pi. That was an easy one. Let's go to the second quadrant, where we have 2 pi, 3 pi, and 5 pi. Just remember this: 2, 3, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. In the third quadrant, we have 7 pi, 5 pi, and 4 pi. So then it's like 7, 6, 5, 4, then 4, 3. In the last quadrant, it is a bit more complicated. There's no pattern in this one. It goes 5 pi, 7 pi, then 11 pi. Now for the easier ones. We know that if an angle is 0 degrees, it is also 0 radians. At 90 degrees, it is half of pi radians, so it would be pi over 2. At 180 degrees, it is pi. At 270 degrees, it is 1.5 of pi radians, so it is equal to 3 pi over 2. At 360 degrees, it is 2 pi.
Another way to remember the unit circle is by using YouTube. Just go on youtube.com and search Unit Circle Memorization Song. With this simple search, you will find a multitude of videos giving you information on the unit circle in a catchy song. Find one you like. I like this one by Michael Bautista, and play it over and over until it sticks in your head. Unit circle, reuse and decrease.